Okay, Vinland Saga Chapter 6 to 10. Oh, this is so cool. Oh man, look at Thorfinn, the young, naive, innocent Thorfinn. Thor's messenger from the battlefield. Snap, pop. Thor's, I should be clear. The chief is making you a very merciful offer. Thor's the troll of Yom, powerful and renowned Yom's king Viking captain, once thought missing in battle after a naval skirmish in the Norwegian Sea 15 years ago, makes his triumphant return to the fold today. This is the official story being offered to you. No further questions asked or required. This should make it quite clear how much Chief Sigvaldi values your skill. You did not bring you did not need to bring a longship just to tell me that, yeah. You've unsettled the villagers. Haha, you have changed. I'd never have imagined the old Thor saying that. Or perhaps it is this village that changed you. Ah, run for it, crap. Run for your life. Eek. Ah, looks like a monster. This is a good and peaceful place. The children speak to that on their own. No doubt war has never touched this village. Did you hear that? Brilliant. A real battle. I've never been in a battle before. Rah! He said we're going to invade England. Where's England? Can you believe it? They sailed all the way across the sea just to recruit Thors. Your paw must be something special. Hahaha. But do you really think they'll take us with them? Well, not a weakling like you. Oh, big talk coming from someone who's no better than me. I guess they'd only take hardened warriors. In that case, I'll pass the test. None of you have ever cut a man down. Have you? Well, that's what separates the... Oops, sorry. This is not the child's errand. If you refuse to participate in the coming battle, my mission will fail and the chief will lose face. I cannot afford to go home empty-handed after such an insult. You understand what I mean? Eh. The Joms Vikings, a company of warriors based out of Jomsborg, a port far to the east in Wendland. So it turns out Thors was once a Joms Viking. Did you know about this, Thorfinn? No. Are they strong? Very. So strong, in fact, the king of Wendland is unable to levy any taxes upon them. They pride themselves on being the mightiest men in the North Sea. Withdraw. All men back on the ship. Withdraw. What was that? He sounds pissed. Heed my words, villagers. I am Floki of the Joms Vikings. I am charged with recruiting the hero Thor Snorreson into our band. Hero. Thor has graciously heeded our call and will be providing a longship of his own. Any who dare may travel to Jomsborg with Thors. Yeah. Farewell, Thors. May we meet again in battle. It's war, man. Man, look at man the difference in cause guess the thing is I guess this yeah the young ones don't have an idea. I guess especially I guess with in their environment and because usually I think based on what I've seen in other Viking shows is that it's like a gradual process before eventually um I guess a man or a young man is put into battle and usually it's there. I guess they it's probably the same thing with them but I don't know. I guess the experience really is a big difference because yeah you could just feel it um that yeah it's I guess it's still their pride and glory, it's their happiness, and I guess also with the thing about Valhalla. So yeah, it's something that they really really love to do, and it's their, I guess it's something that has been like a tradition as well. But yeah, I guess it's just a matter of perspective as well. Cause yeah, cause the thing is, has gone through almost every war, and he knows how much. I guess he did mention the reason why it's really changed him. Cause yeah, I guess at first he was really like that as well. But yeah, the thing is, but yeah, I guess it's a first step for them, but I feel like it's too rushed for them to go into battle immediately. But maybe that's just me. But how many decades has it been? Ha ha ha! Don't tell me you're going, grandfather. I'm gonna kill some Englishman. It's every man's calling to die on the battlefield, on the field of battle. That settles it. We've got to prepare for the voyage tomorrow. Time to get busy. Yeah, and he's so conflicted. Couldn't you have simply said no, Thors? I've involved the village in this madness. Yeah. You can only imagine when, if ever he says no. He's only alone. I think it's, if there's someone else probably, but still, there's a lot of villagers held hostage during that time, and man, they spread out all this Yom's Vikings, then continue and then started the negotiations with Thors, which means they've already somewhat prepared themselves that yeah, they're going to massacre this village if ever Thor says no. But who knows? um, maybe Thors could kill them all, but he would have definitely lost a lot of people as well. Years ago, I made a living by murder and death. But one day, I no longer wanted any part of it. I was tired of killing, tired of death. So I ran away. I left the battlefield. I thought I had successfully faked my death as far as they knew. Couldn't you just do it again? If I run this time, the village will pay a bitter cost. The Yoms Vikings do not suffer deserters. Besides, where would I go? The time has come for me to face my past. When I was watching the anime, I thought when this was happening, this is going to be a quest, his quest towards moving this village to Vinland. I thought that's the whole idea, and that's why it's called Vinland Saga. Is that they he'll try to avoid this fight, take the villagers, and go to Vinland. But yeah, because yeah, he's really so he's a really interesting character, and yeah, I guess the usual old legend veteran soldier who came into a retirement and then suddenly he comes into another trouble again, and he's going to protect these innocent people. That's that kind of stuff. I thought that's what they were trying to do with the story. And man, Thor's such a promising character. Man, all right, ready, get ready to pull. All set. Heave ho, heave ho, bastards, pull. Cause man, they really set up the Vinland, the I guess the America from the beginning. So I really thought that's where they were going. That probably Thor's will go with this. I guess we'll just go with this plan. I guess with this invitation temporarily, and then plan out on on how he will take all the villagers to Vinland. So yeah, that was what I was my prediction when I was watching the anime during this part. Leif, heave ho, weren't you leaving today? Thor's asked for a change in plans. I'll be accompanying his warship on the trip. Ah, yes, I see. That'll make for a safer journey. Yep. And if things get hairy, we'll be there to watch. We'll be there to watch your back. Wonderful to hear. Much obliged. Cool, cool. What is with these folks and their excitement for battle? Heave ho. And I guess that's the thing. That's why they're also somewhat terrifying in battle. Is because their passion towards battle. It's what they live for. It's what they enjoy. And I think fighting is their hobby. It's their enjoyment, and that's why Vikings are one of the most renowned and terrifying warriors, I guess, in history. And but the thing is, yeah, they're definitely terrifying, because not just because they're war hungry and fight hungry, but also because of the things that they've done. Because they're pretty much like a pirate as well, like the older version of pirates. I guess the original pirates, you could say. And yeah, they've done they've done horrible and terrifying things to innocent people and children and women. Faxi, what's the matter? Aren't you playing with the others? But I guess it depends on which yeah, I guess I think it's probably like something that, especially I guess yeah, maybe it depends on which region they're coming from, because there's like the ones from the Norway, from Denmark, from Greenland, but I assume it's probably maybe there's just a slight difference on their on how they do it, but I think on I guess based on the records in history, yeah, the things that they've done. So, geez, Thorfinn's going crazy. Surround him. It hurts. Take this. You vile dog. Go. I got him. I got him. I killed Thorfinn. I ki- Hey, you're supposed to be dead, Thorfinn. He just killed you in fair and square. Follow the rules. Back. What's wrong with him? Are you alright? Yeah, sisters. Don't walk away, Thorfinn. Man. Now pull race mast. One, two, three. Sword. The standing line's loose. It won't hold up the pro. Tighten it down. Thors. Can you take a look at the boy? What is it? Did you have a fight? Oh, the kids were just playing war like always. But he's in a lot of pain. I think it might be the one. It might be the bone. Yep, it's broken. This is too rough for child's play. Are you okay? Well, I've wrapped him up good. Keep it on splint for a month or so. Thanks, Thor. You're the best person to turn to for this sort of thing. Thorfinn did it. He's no fun to play with. He won't follow the rules, and he won't go easy on anyone. We're not gonna let him play with us anymore. Is this true? Was it my son? No, my apologies. I'll scold him well. Ha ha ha. Oh, what's the harm? It's just kids being kids. Impressive though. Still 6 years, isn't he? And he's already incapacitating kids nearly twice his age. Can't wait to see how he turns out. The boy is a born warrior. That's your blood. It is. Yeah, he's not happy about it. Woo hoo. Why? Just look at me. This stuff's heavy and it's really all mine, pa. It's a family treasure passed down from your grandpa. Tomorrow's your first raiding. Go and fight to your heart's content. And I think I guess another thing that I guess makes a Viking different from the others is, I guess, usually, I guess, each town fights each other, and I think that's what hones their skill. But I guess this time around they don't really have any experience, and I guess there's I guess these were the times where the Vikings are more focused towards exploration rather than just I guess probably because of um what's his name, the king, and I guess because of that he's it's probably because I remember that there were like earls before, and each earls keep it's like has their own territory, and they're fighting each other. But I guess this time around it's they're somewhat united because they have a king now. So and their main goal now is towards um Europe, taking over Europe. And yeah, that's why I guess some villages like this place are somewhat um doesn't have that kind of experience. And I guess we still because I guess Thors was the one who found this village, but it they weren't like they come from. But it seems like they I guess maybe the some of them came from a different I guess different country. But yeah, I guess it's just a matter of I guess they're really about their experience in fighting. So because yeah, I guess Thor's did mention that yeah they don't really have much any kind of warriors here. Um, and I guess another thing is that compared to other this country or villages, usually it's like a routine that they go on a in a voyage to loot in Europe. But I guess that's the difference in this village, is that they don't really do that. They're more like just farming and surviving in this place. So that's really the edge that the other Vikings have that they don't really have. Because if there was just maybe just a few warriors with Thor's right now, like through experience of Vikings, I think it would really make a difference. It's a family treasure passed down from your grandpa. Tomorrow's your first trading. Go and fight to your heart's content. You look just like me at your age. Just the part. Ooh, looking good, Ari. Hey, check out mine. My family had a poleaxe to use. This old girl once lopped the head of a horse in one slice. That thing is huge. If you want to get the job done right, you need a spear. Nice, long range to it. Says you. Shall we fight and see? Gahaha. Clank. Oh, honestly, what are you doing? Don't just leave your things all over the place. Hey, are you listening to me, Thorfinn? If you don't clean up your toys, I'll throw this one out. You want that? Go ahead. I don't need it anymore. Why are you turning the storeroom inside out? Where is our weapons? Huh? Weapons? I need a weapon. If I get one. Let me guess. You're thinking, yippee, I'm gonna be a warrior and ride on father's ship? Don't waste your time. You're just a little boy. No amount of pleading, pleading, plead, or showing off is going to change the facts. There you go. Ting, shiny. It's pretty. he's, he's still missing a tooth. Oh, and he grabs one. Look at that. Ah, I didn't see anything. What is it, Ilva? Do you want a sword, Thorfinn? A sword is a tool for killing. Who are you going to kill with this sword? Enemies. And who is your enemy? Half done, maybe. Listen to me, Thorfinn. You have no enemies. No one has any enemies. There is no one that you should hurt. That doesn't make sense. You're going off to a battle tomorrow. You're going to kill enemies. Don't treat me like a child. Even I can tell when you're lying to me. Thorfinn. Ha ha ha. Wahaha, eat that. Hey, I'm bleeding. Watch out, you fools. Yeah. Helga, I know. Raise our son well. And grumpy kid. The day's clear. Slight breeze from west-northwest. Gentle waves. Odin is in a fine mood this morning. The perfect day to set sail. Yes. The journey begins. Man. I love Thor so much. Man, even now I'm still somewhat feeling. I guess I'm still somewhat bitter about Thor's. Man, because such a good character. And I really thought, man, he was the main character. Man. The time has come for Ari, son of Gator, to stand up and be a man. Cause yeah, I guess he's really reminded me of a lot of, I guess somewhat like Kenshin. I guess with how that he's somewhat like a pacifist, but because of the situation, he's being forced to fight. He needs to fight and defend people, but he hates killing. It's something that he doesn't want to experience again anymore. But the thing is, he has all the capabilities. He's like the apex predator of killing, but he doesn't want to do it. It's like he's an apex predator, but he doesn't eat meat, or he's like a vegetarian or something. So he sees killing as pointless, and that's why I'm really so invested in. That's why I guess I'm really so invested in him as a character, and because I really love those kind of tropes where it's they're like veterans of war who were forced, legends who were like retired and forced to come back. So I don't know. There's something about those kind of characters that I really enjoy. No, Ilva, I know. Don't say it. It will not be an easy voyage. Remember this part. There's no guarantee that even a warrior of my stature will come home unharmed. But return I will, and I will bring you a beautiful necklace plundered from England. Can I go back to sleep now? And when I do, will you marry Ari? I backed your lunch. You nearly forgot it. When are you going to get your mind straight, you silly boy? There's plenty of salted herring, so share it with the others. And don't forget to eat your onions. Okay, ma. Sheesh, now get out of here. How can you speak to your own mother that way? We'll continue this conversation when I get back. Promise you'll wait for me, Ilva. Oh, right. They leave today. Well, I hope he doesn't get himself killed. Ilva, do you have a minute? I'd like to talk. Hang on, I'm first. Hey, Ilva. Could you try someone else? I swear. Am I the only young woman in town? Make sure you get enough to eat. And remember to bathe yourself on Saturday, my son. Man, this is this is the sad part as well. Is yeah, the parents that's like it's a 50-50 chance that yeah their sons are not coming back. And I guess it's in almost every war, every soldier always is that in that situation where it's you should already assume that they won't be coming home. If they do, it's it's a blessing. It's something that you don't really ex you don't. It's something that's really that is very. I guess it depends on the situation, but especially where they are going to fight or where they are going to be um, um, like positioned or where they are going to be doing their duty. So if it's especially if it's like in the middle of the war or something, but during this time they're definitely going to war and fighting soldiers. So yeah, it's like you should already somewhat prepare yourself for the worst. On my grandfather's axe, I swear, I will bring home a giant barrel full of gold coins. Wahaha, that a boy. Best of luck. Look at our boys ready for battle. I don't know. Only five. It's not much of a force. But yeah, I guess the thing is, the fathers. I guess they're still definitely worried, but if anything, I guess because in Vikings it's more like a pride thing. And I guess even in our time, you should also feel proud if someone in your family is like serving in the army or in military, because it's not it's something that it's already like their life is already on the line. So yeah, it's not something easy. It's definitely not everyone will be willing to do it. But yeah, the Vikings are just so excited about it. They're so passionate about fighting. Well, Thor said five was best. He would know. So if he says so, but it's barely enough men to move a ship. True, but who are we to question him? Hey Ari, the hell were you talking about with Ilva? Shove it, loser. And keep your stinking meat hooks off her, Mord. Better watch your back in battle, Ari. It'd be wise to do the same, Mord. Ari, what? Be careful out there. Sure, I'll cut off your ugly head. Like to see you try. Young miss. Eek. Word about Ari? I'll let you in a little secret, huh? What? They're not going to battle? Keep it a secret. We'll swing by Norway on the way to Jomsborg. Thors is planning to leave the youngsters behind when we land. While in Norway, Thors will hire a new crew from the king to help him travel to Jomsborg. I was friends with the last king, so he'll help us. And then once I've concluded my business, I'll bring back with the lads with me. Besides, how can you have a battle with only 5 men? 5 just happens to be the maximum number I can ferry back to Iceland in my little ship. Thors won't take a single one of them to England. That's just the kind of man he is. And Thorfinn, where are you, son? Thorfinn! Mr. Leif? Does that mean Thors is going into battle alone? Manors. What kind of ore is that? I forgot about this. Goes to show his level compared to these guys. Don't believe this, Thorfinn. How can he miss seeing his own father? He must still be sulking over that scolding he got yesterday. Helga, yes. Tell Thorfinn that, yeah. Well, I know. I'll tell him. Good. Thanks. Road. What preposterous strength. Don't just sit there, fool. Row, row, row. Man, it's so ridiculous with how strong he is. Good luck. Bring me something nice. Oh man, Helga. Host sail. Take the rudder for me, Ari. Mord, Magni, adjust the sail. Hakon and Grim, the cross beams. My hands are torn to shreds. My arse. Come on your feet. Yeah, and man, just sailing alone is this is just already like the standard, and they're already struggling. What Are you tired? No, not at all. Don't worry, you won't need to row for a while. We've reached the current, so the ship will travel on its own for now. Does that mean you can't go back further? I suppose it does. And the crazy thing is, I guess it's not all the time, but yeah, they row and then they fight. After they fight or maybe escape, they have to row again. Man, it's just the man. Imagine the endurance that you need to have. But yeah, I guess during a war, it's going to be something that will um I guess that will push you to do it, especially if your life's on the line. So yeah, but yeah, I think your body will still reach its limit eventually if you're not trained or prepared for that situation. And father, pop, Thorfinn, what in the world? Just a second. Just in time. Man, why you little father? It's the sea. Man. Oh boy. Huh. A trap in distant seas. Yeah. North Atlantic Ocean, Faroe Island, Straymoy. Huff, huh. Oh, we haven't seen this. I guess this wasn't shown in the anime. Oh no no, this was shown in the anime. I thought this was. Yeah, I remember now. You all heard I'ma say it. The haha. If I can hit his head throwing left-handed, the entire barrel's mine. If you want a drink, it'll cost gold. Yeah, haha. Let's see you hit him first. Aw, shut up. Oh lord. Now you lousy Christian, dodge and I'll kill you. How can he dodge in that state? Shunk. I guess he could duck. Hey, you duck, you bastard, you're dead now. Ha ha ha. You suck. Move, I'm next. Miss, damn you. Me next, me next. Prepare to meet your maker, monk. Da ha ha. Oh no, poor friar. I told you not to duck. Da ha ha. That weren't his fault, you're just terrible. Hey, you young fellows. I was so close. Ha ha ha. Why not take a break and share a drink with us? Yeah. Ha, so stiff. Those pole arms must be stuck up their arses. Forget them, they're too good to drink our swill. Step aside, it's time for the master to show you how it's done. Wahaha. Ooh, how many points for a leg? Your men are as boorish as ever, ask a lad. They just don't care for the Christians, Master Floki. Let's talk business, shall we? My men and I are tired of being cooped up in this backwater. The broad details have not changed. Your pay will be 100 gold coins. No payment unless you produce his dead body. His ship and cargo are yours to do with as you please. Just kill Thorze, I've heard tell of this troll of Yum. And you really want us to kill him? I thought he was a big hero to you folks. It's not the hero part that has doomed him to death. He has flagrantly flouted the precepts of our band. He deserted in the face of the enemy, and he was sentenced to death over 15 years ago. Damn, empty. I knew you folks were picky about your laws and all, but 15 years? My goodness. I mean, hey, if you're going to pay us, sure, yes, we'll take on the job. The only thing is, usually when a group sentences one of their own to death, they carry out the execution. You went to Iceland to find him, didn't you? Yeah. Why didn't you just got him on the spot? Yeah, I think Floki and um, Thor's definitely had bad blood during the previous wars. I guess he's also feeling threatened in his position. Because definitely, once Thors comes in, he'll be like definitely like the new commander of the Yoms Vikings. Even though he deserted, he's still considered one of the strongest. It's no business of yours or your filthy vagabonds. Yeah, haha. Well, he's dead now. I suggest you avoid asking stupid questions for your own sake. Ooh, scary. Very well. Another 100 coins up front. Then we'll do your dirty work. You grow bold, vagabond. I didn't think you were powerful enough to test my patience this way. Shall we find out? Man. Two. Oops, sorry about that, boss. Learn how to throw. You've had one horn too many, Bjorn. Yeah, haha. Slip clean out of my hand. Anyone hurt in there? Hey, be careful out there. Sorry, haha. You scamps almost hit me. Good grief. So, as I was saying, an extra 100 gold up front. Very well. You're a man among men. See you later. Oh, I forgot to ask. What kind of warrior is this Thor's anyhow? Identifying features, fighting style. The man named Thors is no longer a warrior. That's enough drinking, lads. It's time for us to work. Such a waste. What was that for? Nice spear work, Bjorn. Piece of cake. Boy, the look on Floki's face. Wish I could have seen it. Hmm. So they're more than just talk. There's something off about this job, if you ask me. What's that? It's Floki. He's hiding too much. He was lying when he said Thors had been ordered dead. That much is certain. It's an assassination, whether out of spite or something else, I don't know. But I make this as Floki's own scheme. And what's your point, Askeladd? We kill him, we get paid. What's the difference? Why do you suppose he doesn't have his own men do the dirty work? Because he doesn't want to soil his own hands defying official orders? That too, possibly. But I wonder if he was afraid. But I wonder if he was more afraid of potential losses. That's true. So many, in fact, that he could not hide his miserable failure from the chief. Yeah, I guess that's the that's the drawback if he does it himself. Cause yeah, no one would definitely, especially during this time, if he tries to kill that village and try to kill Thor's. I guess there would still be, but they could still somewhat cover it up. But I guess yeah, that's really true that he knows how strong Thor's is. So he would expect to lose a lot of soldiers, even if they do kill a lot of probably all the villagers. And I don't think they could even kill Thor's on his own. So yeah, I guess that's really clever. I guess strategy for him. At the same time, um, Askeladd and his group were just really lucky. Especially with what's going to happen next. Because if Thor's, I guess probably if Thorfinn was not part of the voyage, if Thorfinn was not there, I think it would have really changed the tide. And but I guess Thors would still let them go because he's still a very kind, and I guess he's so different from what he was once before against one ex warrior. You're joking. Really makes me want to see the guy. Hey, get down here, you mischievous runt. The troll of Yom, I'm sure he's worth all the trouble. Yeah. And Thorfinn receives the spanking. Night Wake. And this just looks so good. Man, this is like this the night sky. I guess it. Yeah, I guess it's in the ocean. This is really what it looks like during nighttime. Cause yeah, it will definitely reflect the skies, the stars. Yeah, the moon. Huh? Can't even see the stars. If we can't see anything, how do we know which way we're going? Are we even moving, for that matter? Thor's wind shifted, tilt a bit starboard. We'll take the lead, just follow. Got it. Ah, incredible. How does Leif just know which way to head like that? Is there some sign he's following? Ari, don't stare too hard into the night sea. It'll suck you in. Smack. So Thors, what's the battlefield like? You've fought all over the world, haven't you? I want to hear some heroic tales. I'm hoping to bring down an enemy captain and become a man. I see. My daughter does have a thing for strong men. You'll have a tough fight ahead of you. What you? What? Oh gosh. Nothing gets by you, does it? Do you love Ilva, Ari? I suppose I do. She's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. She was born when I was still with the Yoms Vikings, my firstborn. Oh yeah. Man, look at that. Man, he still looks so cool even now. God, it's a noisy thing. Do all babes screech so hideously? Something wrong with it. Master Thors, you mustn't hold her that way. The head, support her head. Wow. Give me a son next Helga. The chief wants a boy. My wife Helga was the chief's daughter. It was a hard birth. She looked to be on her deathbed. Thors, give her a name. Pick something out. I'm busy now. We must venture to Norway. The ship is ready, Thors. I'm coming now. Thors! Give her a name. We've been together 15 years since, and still the only time I've ever seen her angry. Ilva, is that his heroic name? Ilva was my mother's name. It was the first thing that came into my head. Ilva, isn't that nice, Ilva? I think that was the moment. Ever since I've been afraid of battle, that's why I fled. My old comrades cursed my name, I'm sure. Land ahoy, the Faroes are ahead. This would feel so nice. Man, man, sailing like this in a calm ocean. You could feel the sea breeze, man, and the seagulls chirping. Ah, father, father, is this England? Did you make it to England? Don't run, not even close. These are the Faroe Islands, smack between Iceland and Norway. Norwegian Sea, Iceland, Faroe. We've got a long way to go. The journey will be much easier if we catch our breath here. There's a village within the inlet yonder. We can replenish our water there. They'll trade supplies with us as well. Ooh, doesn't really understand. It's like the meme. Naroho dun Doesn't really understand. Did you think you'd be going with us all the way to England? Yes. So much for all of Thor's work. Prepare to man oars. Ah, this sucks. Boo. Row, row. If only we didn't have to do this part. My poor, poor ass. Tug. What's the matter, Leif? Something's not right. What is? I'm not sure, but something's different from the last time. That's it. Houses. There are fewer than last time. Let's turn back, Leif. I don't like the feel of this place. This terrain is bad for us as well. What? Are you serious? Hey, they're turning around. Shh, they're onto us. Hey, not bad at all. They're cautious. could be tougher than they look. Boom. We're closer than would be the ideal, but no matter. Let them fly. We'll just have to deal with possible ship damage. Damn, that's man. This is the moment, the time, the end, man. Man, still going back to this. It's making it's making me feel bitter again about Thor's man. I love as much as I love Thorfinn, but man, I would have been so. I wonder if we'll do some kind of flashback to Thor's history. Maybe through what's his name? Forget his name. The tall dude. Maybe he could tell some stories about Thor's man. Cause man, I'm really the I guess from even the first two episodes, I've really been so invested in Thor's. I was really so. I guess Thor's was the one that really hooked me in, and in the anime Thor's. Man, the name, just the name, man, tells a lot. Thor's, who, I guess it's yeah, it's just like he's like a demigod. So yeah, that's I guess Thor is a god to them, I guess, like the god of thunder. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this read through, and it's been man watching reading it second, I guess seeing it second time around. Yeah, it still feels the same. It still has the same impact as when the first time I watched it, and yeah, can't wait to see. I guess it in a different art style, and I guess in this art form. I guess how it was originally depicted with Thor's fighting Askeladd, especially Thor's versus Askeladd. It was really cool. So can't wait to see that maybe in the next chapters. And yeah, let me know what you think about in these chapters in the comments down below. Anything you'd like to share. And if you did enjoy watching the read through, leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to watch my read through in the next chapters, it's available for early access. Just check out the link in the description down below. And I also would like to thank my patrons for supporting this channel. And thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.